Okay, it is Thursday, September 12th of 24. I want to start out with this. I watched the debate with my sister. I missed this probably along with most Americans. This was the very beginning of the debate when the newscaster dude listened to what he says to Harris. This is great, and nobody caught it. I mean, these two didn't. Well,
Good evening. We are looking forward to a spirited and thoughtful debate.
So let's get started. I want to begin tonight with the issue that voters repeatedly say is their number one issue, and that is the economy and the cost of living in this country. Vice President Harris, you and President Trump were elected 4 years ago, and your opponent on the stage here tonight often asks his supporters, are you better off than you were?
Vice President Harris, you and Trump were elected 4 years. That is fucking hilarious. You can go watch this. It's at the beginning of the debate. You can go watch it. Nobody caught it on here, and nobody said. I mean, there's just the four of them, but nobody. She didn't even catch it. Trump didn't. And they just kept going, and it just fucking. No, I didn't catch that myself. I saw it on somebody's breakdown of the debate. That was just fucking hilarious. But let's pause here. Okay, I've seen this on the news. Trump said during the debate, Haitians are eating dogs in Springfield because it got out in social media. Of course, and let's do this. This is the top countries that eat dogs and cats, and some do it regularly, and some had to pass laws. But, okay, let me... I could not find really nothing recent on shit on dogs running around Haiti. This is from 2018, I think. And they're just talking about wild dogs. You can go there. Oh no, I didn't check for any videos, but they're all over the place. I mean, there's probably thousands of them running across the island. So I pulled it up on YouTube, and there's this guy that lives in Springfield. It's a 10-minute video. Springfield, Ohio migrant issue, not fake news. And he gets into talking about the dogs here. He wants to say it's not fake. I mean, a nice spoken man. He does car videos. 13,000 subscribers. He's now just short of 1 million views on this because, it's all over social media like everything does. He says it's not fake news, but he says he hasn't seen it. He doesn't know anybody who's seen it. And he says there's no pictures of it because people in Springfield don't run around and take pictures of video like in other cities. Give me a fucking break. Look, people in other countries do eat dogs. Haiti's got dogs running all over the fucking place. If they were eating their dogs in other countries this does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, especially third world countries. Haiti sucks ass. But if they were eating dogs on some massive regular basis, give me a fucking break. I mean, just social media shit, so channels can put out videos and say blah blah blah. Let me pause here. Okay, my mom's a real BP Earthwatch fan or summertime, so she sent me this video. The planet has tilted 150 miles at the equator! Exclamation mark. So I did some Googling. Let's see. With the weather we're seeing now, the way it's been worsening, could the Earth have tilted and has a problem? The Earth is always tilting. That's just been going on, and it doesn't bounce back all the way. That's long involved shit. But yeah, this planet's out of fucking control. But they try to place this as fact. They're talking about this right there in the center for this big rainfall. I took another screenshot, but I think I brought it up like 3 videos ago or something. This intertropical convergence zone is moving up, as that lady says in that video, and as the article say, 152 miles, bringing this 5 inches of fucking historic rain to the Sahara. Okay, now would that apply to all the way around the north end of the globe there? Not necessarily, depending on humidity and all this other fucking shit and what's going on with the geoengineering. You just can't say shit like that and say it for fact. But yes, it's insane the way the weather patterns are changing. And let me pause here because there is more. Oh, I forgot I had that screenshot. Up in the yellow is the 150 miles. I believe they're claiming that this rains. Well, not claiming, it actually did happen, but pause here. Oh, part of it, this is involving that ITZ's, that convergence zone. Fucking anyway, because now they're saying that we're having less hurricanes, but stronger ones off, down around the east of our country. Now they're going to say we're going to have lesser ones but stronger ones because of climate change, and they can't predict everything. That's their story. Blah blah blah. Anyway, the convergence zone's going further north. This is why the Atlantic has seen puzzling lack of hurricane activity. The convergence zone wobbles north and south. Now it's going. It normally takes it 18 degrees north latitude. I did look at the globe and see all that horse shit. But let's move on. However, it's around 20 degrees north latitude, which comes out to 152 miles further north. Now over North Africa now contains 3 to 4 times as much moisture as normal. Blah. Geoengineering, the Earth shift. Of course, the Earth could shift. That's no fucking big deal. That shit happens. The plate sliding. One of the big things they're blaming, because maybe it's a cover up, maybe partially true, is pumping out all the groundwater, and which throws off the balance of the Earth, and that is fucking true. I know Christians, especially, they teach themselves and their kids not to believe in any science because that's the agenda. But pause here. I guess I should throw this one in regarding that. The redistribution of groundwater tilted Earth's rotational axis by more than 31 inches. They don't say what that equates to miles in just under 2 decades. And of course, like I said, they're blaming. People don't get it. When you pump water out, I mean, that everything changes the Earth. And look at the fact that it's the same thing as fracking. I mean, God dang it, after they pull out the natural gas, they pump that nasty ass fucking poisonous groundwater shit in there and spread that everywhere. And that and people want fracking just so they can have jobs and support their state's economy. And I forgot about Ole Miss. Remember all that, how low it was and still is. Mississippi record low for 3rd straight year, September. Unusually low, causing problems for farmers, shipping their shit, barges, blah, blah, blah. Just a couple more. There's some wonderful videos for people that got to have videos so they can watch it instead of just listen. A couple pretty pictures on high records that were set this summer and are still going on, whether it's hottest monthly on average or day. All those pretty red dots. Locations with record summer warmth. That's over the summer. Oh, I got some temperatures. Oh, here we go. These were, what did they say, Western ones, records. Outside the West, plenty of others. Every summer, going to get worse. It's going on around I know there's people that think they're safe in their state. Well, it doesn't work out like that. But let's move on. Again, I like to show these because people, we sit there and watch the news. These states getting flooded because of rains, and people think, well, why don't you move? And again, it's because places are getting flooded that have never been flooded before, because they should be flooded because of where they're at. Anyway, this part of Romania got 6 months of rain in 2 days, so 48 hours or less. Pause here. Florida itself getting record-breaking rain. This is going to continue. We see this all. It's going to go, again, forget all the dumb shit that I talked about, the dumb shit. I mean, it's entertaining and it's true. The illegals and eating cats and dogs and the debate. I think that's so funny. The beginning, that dude fucked up like that. Nobody got it. But it's Cruz. Okay, Dane Wigington's been bringing this up. It hardly hits the TV news. Microplastics now in the brain. 0.5% plastic by weight in brains. Let's see, whatever I want to show here. Oh, here. Invading the lungs, placentas, reproductive organs, organs, livers, kidneys, knee, elbow, everything. See, when I'm listening to Dane Wigington, I'll Google shit and take screenshots while he's talking, or I won't fucking remember. Okay, I wanted to bring this up. Such conditions such as oxidative stress, as well as cell damage, inflammation, as well as cardiovascular disease. And they see this is kind of shit. Matter of fact, I'm going to show one when they first detected it in some site. I think it was in the water or something back in the 60s, because they started geoengineering back in the early 50s or something. I showed that PDF that Dane Wigington had mentioned. In combination with China, Russia, Germany, and other places, when they were supposed to be at war and ready to nuke each other. But of course, they want to blame all the cardiovascular disease on food, smoking, and laziness or whatever. But we can't talk about how it's because of plastics that might be in your body, along with aluminum and barium and every fucking thing else. They want to craft guidelines because there is no governmental standards for plastics. Of course not. Okay, they've been giving out grants since 2018 to develop new ways to quickly detect and quantify, yet Researchers in the Netherlands found microplastic in the human blood for the first time in 22. Really? Really? I mean, quite a bit. You know, the way they double speak and people don't get their shit right. Found the hearts of people undergoing cardiac surgery. Gee whiz, does that mean it brings cardio disease? Of course it does. But we can't talk about that. We got to blame smoking and fats in our foods and hamburgers and french fries, which, of course, is not exactly good for you. And this is that one I just mentioned in 204, first to show microplastics accumulating in oceans since 1960s. So I should have clicked on that end or whatever. But anyway, you get the point. And pause here. Oh, the Boeing possible strike. Boeing's going on strike tonight at midnight. And yes, I have a source. Yes, no, I'm not bragging about it. And no, I'm not going to even try to narrow down who it is, because one thing they want is get their pensions back, which they lost in a separate union strike a long time ago. I don't know how they did that. And I didn't ask because I didn't think about it. But anyway, I'm telling you right now, this is from the horse's mouth, dude. I can't say and narrow it down to his job. But they're hiring all these fucking nobodies coming off on the street for whatever minimum Boeing pays. Their pensions are gone. And these people have no fucking clue. And I don't know if it's been on the news, but a dude told me, you know, they're hiring these new QA guys who were QAs for fucking, siding and, and other fucking lame shit. What does the pay range for executive director is $287 to $448. Hang on, I got to go to we know how these CEOs work. Outgoing dude's getting $33 million. The year before he got $22 million. And people want I know people are, CEO, they don't need to make that much fucking money. Oh, see, Harvey Weinstein did something apparently. His entry level December $65,000 a year isn't do shit, even though it's 52% higher than national average. Anyway. I wanted to point out something else here. Boeing, they lost their pension. Instead, they just have a 401. And hang on, I got another screenshot. Pause here. I'm not going to go look for it. I can Google it again, but I could have swore I took one. Boeing's the offer, and their union leaders want to accept, because union leaders are going to suck up to their bosses no matter what anybody says or thinks. But the big thing is they were going to give them a 25% pay increase over, I believe, the next 3 years, and they want now 43%. And the people say, well, that's greedy, but that's to make up for the lack of pension. So get it? Anyway, let's pause here and move on. Okay, a little bit earlier, before I started this video, they were showing this fire, these 3 fires going on in California that aren't on mainstream news like the way the rest of the fucking east, especially western part of this country is burning up. But I just want to address some of this footage. It says they arrested some arson dude for doing, but look at what is not burning. Look at what is burning, what is not burning, because that's those evil dudes that are jumping around and skipping houses or skipping trees or...
California say the line fire is a case of arson. The 34-year-old suspect has been arrested as they try to determine if he is
that
tied
tree's
to
not burning.
other fires.
Oh no!
At the same time, the
part of that one is some isn't. Oh my God! Look at that! The dudes skipped those bushes. Oh, the dudes left those fir trees or pine trees, whatever. Well, let's pause her. Can't show her face, but my sister took me to the Bronco game. Broncos, and they, of course, lost. We're on the ferry there. Picture of the ferry coming into Seattle. I think that's a Space Needle. Yeah, touristy photos for me. A Broncos tailgate party somewhere near the stadium. Everybody drinking and eating in the park. They just do this all over since the trip. Anyway, pause here. Another picture of what happens when it continuously, I hope I didn't show this before, continuously fucking rains. This was somewhere in Alaska on a mountainside. People, it was because it's raining. It's because it's raining because your houses are on a mountainside. No, that mountainside's been there for who knows how many fucking hundreds or thousands of millions of years. And the grounds are getting so saturated in places, it doesn't matter how big the trees are, if they've been there fucking 100 years, how deep the roots are, the hill's still going to go. And we're seeing this fucking all over the country. I don't feel like looking it up, but here it says the record higher temperature was 16.8 C in 2016. Since mid-23, the planet has broken that 26 threshold 58 times. And I should have said, that last bit should have said global not just countrywide, but global wide. Landslides and shit from all the rain penetrating the ground so bad. That's just the way it is nowadays. So get used to it, and if you can, move away from kind of shit like that. I know I'm just rambling in this video, but July 4th, make no mistake, this is everywhere. Floods, fires, record heat, climate disasters multiply around the world. You gotta love headlines like this. World records, hottest day ever. Here are the U.S. cities breaking heat records. West continues to bake while globe sets summer heat record. We're screaming into the void across the U.S. Heat keeps breaking records. And that doesn't count the wet bulb temperature when you have lots of moisture with high humidity. I just Googled snowfall for Colorado, and this was posted April 3rd. What's the headline without clicking on it? More spring snow in Denver, ? Winter isn't done with Colorado. Just it's April. Anyway, climate change is having impact. Spring snow declined Colorado front range, and so too is a frequency of winter storms. The amount of snow in April and May has declined by 23% in Denver over the last 30 years. 23%. And then you throw in the snow sublimation, which they finally started talking about 2 years ago for Denver and a couple other mountainous states, where it goes straight into evaporation instead of being runoff and going down south and headed towards, fucking Arizona. Or I don't know if that river hits Mexico, but anyway, down through Arizona and getting water for Nevada and all that shit. Let's pause here. I was reading through this article because when I was talking about that, I just thought of Lake Mead because of the Mississippi River. So let's look at the chart because that's better. Remember all these wonderful videos, and I did some on Lake Mead. In 2022, it looks like it was at 1,045 feet, and that red line for 24, 165 feet. So 25, 45, 20 feet above that, but still way below normal. Way below. So Lake Mead's in trouble. You got Lake Mead, and the one above it, I think, is Lake Powell, I think that's in this article, but it's low, and that's not on the news either. Either is the low water level in the Mississippi. Either is the immensely amount of fucking fires burning around this planet. I'm going to end this one. Just want to do some rambling, and again, I think the bigger issue is the plastics in our bodies. That's just people got to think. We see these new blurbs. Oh man, that's fucked up. The pollution, what they're doing, and this and that with the geoengineering, and again. I should do another video, bring it up again real quick on when they spray these aluminum particles along with the barium and that other oxide, which is rust, and how it creates, an incendiary but yes, it burns metal and concrete for them fucking idiots that don't believe in science and want to blame everything on dews and lasers starting fires and burning. I just want to do some rambling here, and that's it for now.